Hey everybody, welcome back to our Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're watching Jobless Reincarnation today. We got a whole bunch of comments here, so let's see what people got to say. We got Kelvin Cawthon from the reunion saying, quote, Theta, I think Paul could beat Eris. That's actually an interesting thought. Perhaps he could, but I'm not so sure. Let's keep in mind that while Ghislaine was teaching Eris, Ghislaine, a Sword King, said Eris made it to advanced rank, which is the same rank as Paul. This is before Rudeus started teaching her, which he has been doing for the past year. However, not only is Paul an adult male versus an adolescent girl, Paul is advanced rank in all three sword styles, whereas Eris is only advanced rank in Sword God style. Paul could definitely beat Eris before Rudyard's teachings. The question is how much better she has gotten under Rudyard's tutelage.
I always said it's Ghislaine, isn't it?
I think we had to talk about it, where it's like everyone is actually pronouncing it like Ghislaine, and like I made a mental note to like try to say that.
I don't
I
rem
succeeded today.
I don't remember that conversation.
It was like 2 months ago, so
I
I don't
mean,
blame you.
there's also literally an S in the middle of her name.
I
So,
know, right? The
the,
silent S, we got plenty
well,
of those.
usually you don't have the silent letters in the middle. You usually have them in the front of the end, like the Ptolemos, right?
But let's go ahead and put on our death battle face here for a second. I think when they were explaining sword styles, they explained that they kind of like have a triangle going on. Is that correct?
Not to
Like
my
one style is
recollection.
better at another versus better at another versus better at
I think
another.
you're remembering my conversation. I don't think you're remembering the show. It was my
Maybe.
it was
Maybe I'm basing it off of your thoughts.
It was my inference that maybe the three different sword styles were like rock, paper, scissors to one another. I don't think the
Mhm,
show ever said that. I remember it was my putting that out into the world because
mhm,
we've not seen like, hi, I'm this sword style. I'm gonna beat you that sword style and watch two
mhm.
people fight. See, we've never encountered it yet.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
when God, there was an episode where people kept challenging them on the road, wasn't there?
yeah, there was.
And they never declared what kind of style they were. Just that they'd
Mhm,
heard of her, or them rather, and decided to want to challenge them to a fight. So we know that they're better than random people on the road. They're better than the Pokemon trainers that stand in your way. But the there's
My
never
sword
been a
style is top percentage, man.
there's never been a declaration of which one beats one, or if they're even rock paper scissors. So that was really just my entire theory around Paul could beat
Mhm,
Eris because Eris is being trained in one way, and if they are rock paper scissors, that Paul has like the counter to anyone who's not training all the styles.
mhm. On this though, like going back to like death battle stuff, I would probably give the advantage to Paul based on experience because again, adult person, career adventure, knows multiple styles, probably could find a way to win. Rujerd is also this highly experienced fighter and probably and continually beats Eris, right? I don't see like him losing at any particular point. He didn't even lose when he said like he's done teaching Eris.
But we don't know what Ruchard's fighting style is. I mean,
He's got the spear,
right,
so it's not using sword style.
right. So that just means that there might be outside stuff.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Also, experience only matters when you're tied and everything else. Uh,
True, true.
I mean, Paul clearly has strength advantage. He has reach, I'd assume. He has a number of
Yeah.
advantages. It is an adult
Mhm.
man versus an adolescent girl, as Kelvin pointed out.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I guess we're kind of in agreement. Advantage Paul. Until the fight happens, I guess. In which case, it's gonna be funny.
I mean, it shouldn't happen.
Why would those two fight? That's an interesting narrative
That's
prompt.
why I
There
said
are
it
gonna be
shouldn't happen. The only reason would be, not confluence. I've forgotten the word that's coming to my head. It was a C word, meaning an arrangement made just to make something happen.
coincidence.
No, it's
Well,
typically given in a negative connotation, and I just can't remember. My brain just
we'll have
stopped.
to figure out our
I've
words later.
I've literally defined for you what the word means, Griff. If you just can't figure it out from there, then you're in the same boat. You don't know what it is.
Well, while we're in the same boat, next comment also from Kelvin for Separate Journeys says, there's only one line you guys have missed that probably would have helped you understand the Roxy Village scene faster. The horse guy, when talking about Roxy visiting her parents, says, who cares if you can't use telepathy? Although it's easy to just dismiss that line, since with no context it means nothing, which I believe I did the first time I watched the episode, so I was pretty confused at first as well. The Midgard tribe are a tribe of telepaths, thus, they never learned how to speak orally. Roxy was born without the ability, so her parents and the village chief taught themselves how to speak so they, in turn, could teach her.
See, that's one thing I literally said during the episode. You shot me down for the parents thing. And number two, I think it's double damning for us because literally I'm constantly telling you to read my mind, Griff. When
Yeah.
you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about sometimes, I'm like, just fucking read my mind. So if I said to you, who cares if you can't use telepathy? That would just read for our present conversations. So it doesn't
Hmm.
spark anything if I were to hear somebody else say it to somebody else. I mean, granted,
Hmm.
I think I also clearly missed it when he said that because it's a show and I would have fucking thought, wait, telepathy? But passed me by. I was probably being flippant about something.
Yeah, I guess there's like one line that's like out of the novelization that like didn't actually get in, which is nobody actually speaks if they don't have to.
No, Kelvin said it was
They
in the show.
Okay.
Said
Well,
it
I
was
guess
in the
we
episode.
missed a different line that was also highly critical. So good catch then. Good catch.
No, it's the same line. It's the same line we're talking about.
Okay. Next comment also from Kelvin, but this time from Turning Point 2. Let's see what we got. Concerning the seven great powers rankings, we have been told it before, but only once. By Geese, during the carriage ride to the city, he listed the seven great powers in order of strength. As a refresher, the order listed by Geese in episode 15 is Technique God, Dragon God, Battle God, Demon God, Death God, Sword God, and North God. Laplace isn't the hero up there. That's Perugius. Laplace was the demon god who was defeated by Perugius after the Laplace War 400 years ago. The demon versus human war that Roxy talks about in episode 2, where the Spurred go berserk. And we learned that Perugius beating Laplace during the war from Ghislaine and Eris in episode 6, Day of Roa.
Some say Ghislaine.
A lot of characters we've only heard mentioned once or twice, so yeah, it can be confusing. Luckily, or maybe not, you have people like me who've watched the show way too many times. Yeah, thanks for helping us out.
Well, I mean, we know that Laplace is the one that gave the curse to Ostrid. Sorry, off the top of my head, I don't remember his name.
Yep.
I'll remember in a second after we get to our next comment. But, um, yeah, we know he gave the curse to Ostrid, and, yeah, exactly where I said, I think, last episode, where I thought the gods, or sorry, the power order was said, but you say on their way to the city, and I said as they were leaving, was it Dolda Village? Is that right?
I think so. I mean, it's been a while for me to remember, so I'm not clear either.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah. But we have our order of operations, and we know who our hero is now. Pergius, not the person he defeated, Laplace.
Oh, we don't know if he's a hero or not. He was a hero. He's been
He
in a
is
floating castle for hundreds of years, they say. And
he
his
is perceived as one.
assistant came down to throw hands with Rudeus. So who's to know?
I mean, there's lots of reasons to throw hands with Rudeus.
Well, this is when he was younger still. Remember the masked guy who I've
Yeah.
completely unconnected in my charts right now.
Yep. So he's one of the hero's followers, I guess is the right word.
Assistant.
Assistant. I was gonna go for that at first. I'm like, no. Maybe that's the wrong connotation. But hopefully with this new information, since we're gonna talk about Turning Point 2 here in a bit, uh we'll see a return.
I mean, who calls Robin Batman's follower?
I am now about to call that man the sidekick. I'm gonna do that the next time he shows
Maybe.
up.
I mean, it fits better than, I guess, assistant. Is
Mhm.
Robin Batman's assistant?
Yeah.
Or is that you call Alfred Batman's assistant, wouldn't you?
Exactly right. They have different ideas of what they're off about.
That's what I'm always talking about, Griff. Words have meaning.
Or do they? Because we decide them between each other. Because it's all a game. Wittgenstein, yeah.
Yeah, you
Any
are the worst Batman villain. The one who wants to destroy the dictionary, right? We got the time, we got all the time-related villains, right? The Calendar Man, the I don't know, just the old guy who stood on the clock tower trying to throw Batman off it. He was time-related. I just don't remember what he was.
that's that's right, Batman. I've set a bomb to go off at midnight, but midnight is just an agreement we have about the time of day. It really is nebulous and does not exist in reality. Therefore, because it is all a game and does not point to inherent truths about the universe, you cannot possibly stop the
You get
bomb in
punched in the
time.
face before you stop monologuing. Also, I just remembered Automatopoeia is a Batman villain, and he'll kick your ass too.
I remember there was a Batman comic I actually read. I think it was called like Wasting Time or something, and the Clock King was responsible for everything. And at the very end, he's like telling Batman all the intricate reasons for why he did everything, and Batman is just like, I'm so fucking fed up with this. I've been following you for 2 months, and he just kicks the shit out of him.
Yeah, the Clock King was the old guy on the Watchtower that I just couldn't remember the name of.
Mhm.
Yeah, Calendar Man and Clock King, both useless people.
Fun
But
fact, Clock King is actually one of my favorites, specifically because he's way more useful than he
I
seems.
mean, at least Automatopoeia has powers.
True. All right, before we become the Batman podcast, which put a pin in that one. TMB Anime from the Reunion says, this was such a good episode in my opinion, maybe even one of my favorites, besides of course episode 21. Glad to see you guys enjoyed it too. Yeah, the reunion was really fun, wasn't it?
There's also the irony there that they're responding to a YouTube video, not knowing that we just put episode 21 up on Patreon. So
Yeah.
just the convoluence, convergence, if you will, of time.
There's two different things at play between the two of them. The reunion is like all the drama and stuff that we've been building up, the characters and things that we love, and just like a bunch of emotional impact. Episode 21 was plot and fight, which are all great things, but they're completely separate,
I mean, it
right?
wasn't much of a fight, really. I mean, it was a great fight scene, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
the actual
exactly. It was
fight
fun.
happening, the actual fight happening may have been as much of a fight as when I'm trying to crush an ant I see on the countertop or something, right? That's as much fight as going on. But I guess to that ant, he's having a little mini version of Asura's wrath going on as I try to bring down the weight of all creation onto him.
Oh my gosh. I love perspective like that.
All
But yeah,
context.
great episode last time. Gave us too many questions, and let's go ahead and talk about that real
Well,
quick.
actually, yeah, before you do that,
Sure.
why don't we go back over to that concept board real quick,
Going to the board. Let's go.
just so I can show that I've added at least 2 new people onto it.
You might need to toss me the link real quick.
Or you could just scroll up a little bit. We don't have a
Where
lot
is
of
it?
conversations in the meantime, so it should still be around.
It could be any of these.
I don't want to do shit on the other side. Maybe we can do any of these. It's one of two, Griff.
It's not conceptboard.com. I don't know. You gotta throw it to me.
You could literally just scroll up.
That feeling when you can't find it either.
I can find it right there. It says 12:07:23, 1:47 p.m. Tensei concept board. It even says it in the link.
Where is it?
I just gave you the
There we
date,
go.
Griff.
You know what the funny thing is? I searched concept and it didn't give me anything.
I don't know. Anyway, if I tried messing around with if I got the link off here, I'd have to click a thing that brings stuff down. I don't want to mess with the overlay too much.
Alright, so what's new over here?
I mean, you're in the right area. You were until
Um,
you scrolled across the board. I love I can see your mouse moving around.
yep. Oh, hey, we got the dude right here.
Forced it.
Alright. Yep. You didn't put his assistant in, but then again, I guess they
What
come as a
assistant?
pair. He had a second person he was traveling with, right?
Did he?
The person with the mask who did the healing or
Did he?
suggested it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Shame that I missed that.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and
It's a
put
real shame that I missed that.
who's the ninja from Overlord?
The ninja? There's two
Yeah,
of
the
them.
ninja Ainz hangs out with.
That
Nabe?
Ainz hangs out with.
Yeah, sorry. We're gonna go. There
Am
we
I
go.
forgetting somebody?
Nabe.
Oh, that's not a ninja. She's just a really good assistant.
There we go.
By the
So we
way,
have
Griff, I was
Nabe
being
there.
super sarcastic for the case of the audience. She's on here already.
She is.
God, I wish there was like lines and shit connecting these people together that you could easily follow.
Oh, Mask Woman. There. She's hanging out with like. Who are these two? Shira and Vera. They are connected to
God, I
Paul.
appreciate
Okay, they
how
were
all of
both
these
groupies.
characters have lines connecting to them. Who are these two who have no lines connected to her at all?
Sorry, I'm of the opinion she needs to be like up here in the group with this guy.
Well, remember, I have these people all ordered by age. So these are all the younger kids. These are all the adult parents. These are all the grandparent age people. And these are the fucking immortal, maybe god people.
So, but we also have like some extra weird stuff too, right? We have like the Demon Lord up here, and then we have the hero.
The
Hero and
Demon
Demon
Lord's right
Lord have
here.
connection. Okay, not Demon Lord. I mean, not we have Laplace, who
Laplace
was.
is the Demon Lord, Griff. We just literally covered the person telling us.
Wait, these are supposed to be the same?
Might be. Maybe this is the Demon Lord Reborn. She said. See, you've really got to appreciate all of my lines when you look out Griff. Griff is like Sunday night footballing this.
That look, you gotta have a good game of football here. Nabe is supposed to be hanging out with Orsted there, and Orsted is supposed to be associated, I think, with the hero
Who is
Laplace,
Nabe?
the masked woman.
She's down here. What are
I
you
know, that's why I
talking
put her all
about?
the way up there.
Why? She's not as old as him. We have no ability to say that she's as old as he is.
But they are associated together here. This is my association thought
Yeah,
bubble
you see
here.
this green line that fucking associates them? Its color tells you what their association is. It
Well,
literally connects them.
well, here's the big deal. Like the reason, like why we don't have like the association drawn out on here, we still have not found this guy. He has not appeared. I think we saw his hand once, actually,
Yeah,
right?
that's why his assistant is down here by himself, not connected to anybody.
He's so lonely. He's just waiting.
I don't
All
just
right,
draw people in that I suspect exist, Griff. I'm waiting for them to show up. Your insanity knows no bounds.
this is true. So,
I feel
what
like
else you got?
you've been completely thrown off. I was, like I said, I was being sarcastic to you for the audience because I just had zoomed in right on her, and you're like, she's not on here. And I'm like, nope, she clearly isn't. Camera can see her visibly, and you just went
So,
psycho, drew all over the place.
all right, so what else you got?
I mean, there's only two new characters.
All right.
I
Well, we
told
got
you
our
when
additions
we
there.
started the comment response that
Mhm.
we would remember their name in a minute. And here we are, I'm just showing you the name, Orsted.
Right. So we got a whole bunch of names. At least we have at least one person who's highly plot critical that we've seen who's interact with Rudeus and is not being mysterious. He just wants to kill him.
Well, I mean, he was being mysterious, remember? Rudy has turned
Uh,
around and started asking me all these questions, and that's when he got his ass kicked. He's
the thing is, like,
mysterious.
I would put a difference between like stoically not caring versus being mysterious, right? Orsted like stoically doesn't care all that much and is just willing to just kill Rudeus and be done with it. The human god is mysterious and has not explained shit.
This is the whole definition of words thing now, Griff.
Oh,
Because you recall, Rudius doesn't. Sorry, my throat's cracking. Rudius doesn't know anything about Orsted. He is mysterious because people refuse to talk about him and don't know anything about him. That makes him mysterious. He's not being mysterious, he is mysterious.
There is. This does bring up thought. We have one character that's missing, the human god.
Because I don't think he exists.
That is also fair, but I think the hallucination is still associated with multiple people.
Hey,
Because we
Griff,
just actually had demonstrable proof that this guy is aware of the human god and asked about him.
can you go back real quick, Griff, to the comments? The Kelvin's third comment,
Mm-hmm.
let's say third sentence. Can you read
The
that for me?
listing, the power listing, right? One, two, yeah, three. Order of gods: technique god, dragon god, battle god, demon god, death god, sword god, north god.
That's all the gods.
I don't think it's all the gods, because we see one, and
Oh,
he calls himself a god,
so he doesn't
and he
exist.
clearly has
What I'm
powers.
getting is that he doesn't exist, or is dead. He doesn't exist anymore. Something. Maybe Rudeus is the reborn human god. Kind of way that she. I lost my mouse. That she right
Hmm.
here. Oh, lost. Is the reborn demon lord or whatever, right? If
Right.
gods can get reborn, maybe Rudeus is the reborn human god, and that's why he's interacting with him. Okay, but where's the quarterback come in, Griff? Which way is the quarterback gonna go?
Well, he's got to come from left field, because that's what you need to do. You got to break up the entire field right there, and then you got to rush, and you got to take it all the way, because that's how you play a good game of football, right
Well, to be
there.
fair, Griff, if a quarterback did come out into Mushoku Tensei, it would be out of left field, wouldn't it?
That's right. So we got to keep to the left field here. But all right. So we now have our associations here. With that crack theory, I think we got it. So we have
Well,
Rudeus
your
might
colors,
actually be a human god right here.
your color coding
Because
doesn't work, Griff, because that means they all hate each other. You've done it all in red.
well, to be fair, I think Rudeus does hate the human god a little bit. We've seen the antagonism there in play. But Orset has confirmed human god is a thing and does matter. And human god also is pretty well aware uh of our demon god here, and also wanted to manipulate that. So we are now building the plot connections over here, which have nothing to do with all the emotional relationships we built to this moment.
Next Halloween, you better dress up as that one dead guy.
That one dead guy?
I've suddenly forgotten the name of the football guy who does this.
John Madden. John
Yeah,
Madden's football.
yeah.
We're gonna
No,
have a
I
good
tried to
football
desperately
day.
remember the name of any of the games. It's like I don't play any of them.
What do you need is John Madden's popcorn popper. Gosh, I gotta go like refresh myself up on all John Madden stuff now.
But
So,
yeah, it just makes me much more appreciate my Metro style map of character relationships when you just start doodling all over the place.
so I think I have one more question then. So we have this guy right here, right?
That's a dog.
Yeah, adorable dog,
Not a
right?
guy. That's a dog.
Cutest ever, yeah. I can see you're avoiding answering the question because you're not sure where I'm going with this.
I'm waiting
But
for
I'm
you.
looking
I'm
for
waiting
engagement.
for you. What? I'm not going to
So,
respond to cutest dog ever. There's been many dogs, many pets in anime. I'm still regretting the loss of Lucifer.
so they still mentioned Leo. Is in fact a spiritual animal or like some sort of minor deity or something, right? What were the exact words? Sacred animal, I think.
Griff, we had a conversation about how much shit we've forgotten from 2 months ago,
All right.
which would have been exactly the time that they started talking about Leo.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch one more thing. That Leo here is also a god, which means that these three and the human god are all connected back to Rudeus.
But we already know that. In fact, three of them that appear on the thing here have lines connecting them to Rudeus.
Right. So here's what I'm thinking. So here's what Humans God's game plan was, right? If we're gonna do a good game of football here, We got our demon god over here, we got a human god here, and we got our dog god over here. These three are going to go ahead and combine forces, and we're going to fight the dragon.
In fact,
That's what I think. If they go ahead and they go down the field, if they can take that football all the way across 100 meters, that's how you play the game.
I want to in fact say, Griff, that there's literally only one, two, three, four, 5 people on this board that are, sorry, 6 technically. No, 5. 5 living people that aren't connected to Rudeus on this chart.
I know
Literally
that.
anybody on the board is connected to Rudeus. He's the main character.
But this is our play. This is our game plan. We got the field set up. We got the players in position. We're throwing the football, man. We're taking it all the way down the field, and we're going to do a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it was Human God who said you had no chance to beat Orsted, no matter
Mhm.
what.
But if you had a dog on your side and a demon, maybe it could happen.
Oh, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you and your dog
You're
moment.
you meddling kids and your dog too. That's right. Football Scooby Doo, we did it. I can't top this. I think I'm done.
Well, this has been Mushoku Tensei, everybody. I'm Theta. That's been Griffin. We'll see you next time. See you, everybody.
So, should I go ahead and even read the recap? They got beat the hell up last time by Orsted, and Orsted did not explain a damn thing, but we saw a bunch of cool
Well, I
curses.
mean, Human God explained everything in Orsted's stead.
True. So,
They're cursed by Laplace.
yeah,
All their
curse for the
powers
boss.
are actually curses. We're taking the Thanos approach to curses. I curse you with immortality,
Yeah,
Deadpool.
collect them all.
Well, no, Deadpool. You know, Thanos is. God, my throat is cracking constantly.
Yeah.
Thanos is worried that Deadpool is going to steal his girlfriend away from him, Death. So, how can I prevent this? I curse you with immortality, Deadpool. You'll never see death.
Yeah. Oh gosh, the Thanos Deadpool death triangle is just the weirdest ever, but
Not
also
really a
I love
triangle,
it.
because Death doesn't appreciate Thanos, or doesn't like Thanos.
Right, right. All right. I think I've gone over everything I can here. Let's go ahead and give this a watch and see what happens today. But before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Go to the comment section down below. Just above that, go click in the description section, and you'll see a link to our Discord. Click it. Join the community.
Ah, hell. He just got revived and he's dead again. Can you believe it?
Spilled wine? Are we home? What's... No, he's
What a
dead.
metaphor.
He's dead. That guy's dead. This is a dream or something.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the first appearance of Ghislaine in a long time.
Yeah, Ghislaine and Roger just like palling around.
He's remembering his birthday. Except that she wasn't there? Yeah, Paul wasn't there either. What the hell am I talking about?
I know how this is gonna go. Rudeus needs to collect all the color hairs.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those I'm shouting at people in my dreams and they don't hear me because they're fucking in dreams.
So Rudeus, I know you're already experiencing trauma, but I think you have even more of it now.
Oh shit, I'm back home.
The worst possible circumstance.
This dude is fucked with you.
Killing you even in your dreams. Yeah, how many times has Rudeus, like, almost died so far?
Twice. Well, I guess technically, the first one I'm counting, he actually did die because he came here.
Hmm. Now you got to explain your imaginary friend to everybody.
太古の七神か。にわかには信じられん話だ。
そういえばスペルド族の汚名ですが、あれは呪いらしいですよ。ラプラスが自分にかかっていた呪いを槍に移してなすりつけたそうです。
お前には無駄なことをさせてしまったようだな。
Oh no, his work is
でも
obviously
その呪い
working.
も時間経過で消えかけていると言っていました。
何？
髪を切ったことで薄れつつあるって。
本当か？
Random side theory. Does hair just accrue magical power?
それは取り除けると
I
人
hate
神は言ってました。
that he's patched the back of his cloak where the guy punched through him. Did you see that?
そうだったの。
You gotta fix your stuff, man.
Look at his back next time we see him from reverse.
じゃあ僕もそろそろ寝
When
ま
it's
す。
a little bit lower, obviously.
Yeah.
Never gonna see it again, by the way.
Oh. It's like, yeah, we almost died, but by the way, here's just a whole bunch of hope for you.
何してるのよ。
Of course, Eris is right there, so you can't see the back end. I always notice a thing, just when it's impossible for you to ever notice it
魔術を
again.
無効化する魔術。
Just imagining it, like the man god.
研究ですよ。
Oh, did we learn something from PAX?
逃げ切れるくらいにはなっておきたいじゃない
Encountering
ですか。
PAX turned out to be a good thing.
I think so. He's trying new magic.
So the best part about that fight was Rudeus Darth Vadering himself through it. Look, he's like, I'm dying, so I gotta stand myself up with these rocks. And now I'm gonna put air into my own lungs, and now I'm gonna shoot you with fire.
Yeah, some of the best Vader comics are literally just like Vader using the Force to keep himself going for 5 more seconds to win.
See, I mostly know that one from the Batman versus Darth Vader fight. Where Batman shuts off his suit and he has to use the Force to keep himself alive. So we are home. See this back?
You know, that's not as bad as I thought.
どうした？もう終わりか？
He's patched the hole in his back that he got punched.
これもお願いします。
Oh, it's such a bad. I need such a bad match too.
その調子です。頑
I
張っ
was
て
like,
く
oh,
ださ
does
い。
he have an elbow on his back? No. Fucking hole.
おかえりなさい、ルディ。ただいま帰りました、カ
I
ズマ。
think the worst part about these flashback memories is there's certainly things he's never had in his real life or Earth life.
Hmm.
Damn, even the tree with a lightning tree destroyed.
I'm actually surprised the whole cliffside didn't go.
待ってよ、ルディ。
Oh, is real Sylphie gonna be behind him?
It would be hilarious. Like Sylphie's like, oh yeah, I got here 2 years
ここがお前の
ago.
故郷か。
Or she didn't get transported or something?
本当
Ah,
はもっ
never
と
mind.
綺麗なと
It's
こ
not
ろ
gonna
だった
happen
ん
with
で
the
すけ
whole
ど。
group here.
そうか。見てみたかったな。
I mean, at least it means that Eris's place is just down the road, though.
もう、おもりは必要ないな。
He's completed his objective.
世話になった。
僕は何もしてません
Well,
よ
that just turns into you'll have to stay with us until you repay your debt thing.
そんなことはない。お前は愚直な俺にいろいろな方法があるのだと教えてくれた。俺は全て覚えているぞ。デッドエンドと聞いて恐れることなく、愉快そうに笑った冒険者の顔を、スペルド族と聞いても認めてくれたドルディア族との距離感を、家族との再会に涙しながら礼を言ったシーローンの兵士を。
That very much does feel like the end of an
それ
adventure.
はルイジルドさん、あなた自身の力です。
It
We are
wasn't-
real close to the end of the core.
If it wasn't for the end of the episode before it, it would feel like the end of an adventure.
一歩も前進できなかった。その俺に一歩をくれた。
でもそれはあくまで人神の。
見たこともない神などどうでもいい。実際に俺を救ってくれたのはお前だ、ルーデウス。
Yeah, you're the one who actually put in the legwork.
We'll just forget about the other kids who died on the way there.
エリス、
何よ。
お前には才能がある。俺なんかよりもはるかに強くなれる才能だ。
嘘よ。
神の名を冠する者と戦い、その技を受けた。その意味はわかるな。
You could be a god, Eris.
わかったわ。
よし、いい子だ。
You never really notice it all the time, her snaggle tooth that she's got. It was like barely there, but they showed it right there in the corner of her
最後
mouth.
に
Yeah, just
お
like
前
cute
たち
little
を子
design.
供扱いするがいいか。
I didn't consider it at the time, but was him telling her that she's a warrior the equivalent of him telling Rudeus that you're a man now?
Yeah, basically. He's got like immense respect for all of them, acknowledges how they've
No,
grown.
no, I just mean the adult
ルイジル
aspect.
ドさんが持っていてください。
いいのか。大切なものなのだろう。
大切なものだからです。
Just such a nice, slow, quiet scene.
ではな、ルーデウス、エリス。
I mean, where are you gonna go? Why don't you just keep going with us to the end?
また会おう。
Like he said, he's realized he has more options than he thought he
言いたいことは
did.
たくさんある。言葉にできな
Yeah,
い
but
くらい
Eris
たくさ
isn't
んの
home
言葉
yet.
たくさんの
He's the
気
deal
持ち、
was the let's bring
Okay,
Eris
okay.
home.
仲間だという気持ち。
At no point did I think we were just gonna lose Richard
Mhm.
to nothing.
He walks away and continues his life. It happens with people,
また
even
Yeah.
people you
I
like.
understand that, but it's like the worst. The worst. It's just been the worst.
It's because you're feeling so emotional about it. It's good. That means it's a great scene. It really got you.
In the way of storytelling, Griff. The worst ending is the unresolved one. And then my friend went home, and then we never talked again until I guess they died. Right?
Oh, you're gonna hate The Hobbit there and back again. It's like, and I went home.
I decided not
I wrote
to
a book
watch it.
series.
I guess it's also the reason why I really wanted to watch Fury in at some point. Ghislaine!
She's been here the whole time.
Didn't get transported.
いや、エリス様、よくぞご無事で。綺麗な。
Yeah, Ghislaine.
ルーデウスもよく無事でいてくれた。
ご無事で何よりです、エリス様。ルーデウス殿。
二人とも無事でよかった。
This really is just a somber, emotional episode today, isn't it?
はい。
It's all feelings.
ルーデウスも一緒。
エリス様がそうおっしゃるのであれば。まずはエリス様、よくぞご無事に。
前置きはいいわ。言いなさい。誰が死んだの？
See, I don't remember this guy.
Oh, she read the room.
Philip is dead too?
お三方ともお亡くなりにな
And
りました。
Hilda?
I thought Philip was still going good. We saw him in the scene, right?
フィ
No?
リップ様とヒルダ様は共に転移し、紛争地帯にて亡くなられました。ギレーヌが確認しております。
そう。おじい様は
転移事件の責任を取らされ、処刑されました。
そんな、なんでサウロス様が処刑される必要が
That's
あ
what
る
I
んですか？
thought. They're blaming him.
座って。
It's like, and we as people go like he's obviously the scapegoat for it all.
ルーデウス殿、お気持ちはわかりますが、これが今のアスラ王国
I
で
mean, to
す。
be fair,
それで
he did see the orbs in the
エ
sky
リス
and
様を
didn't
目
tell
とけ
anyone
として
to
迎え
evacuate
入
or
れたい
anything.
とフィレモンノトス・グレイラット様
アル
がおっ
フォンス
しゃっており
貴
ます。
様はあのクズの話に乗るつもりか？
クズでも名家です。
そんなことなど知らん。お前はエリスのことを考えているのか？
私が考えているのはボレアス家とフィットア領
Are
の
we
こ
about
と
to
で
start
ございます。
bravehearting up
そ
in
の
here?
ためにエリスを犠牲にするつもり
Maybe.
か？
必要とあらば。
There's no way Eris can
Skirt
become
alliance to rebuild the city.
There's no way Eris can become a concubine for some
領
lord.
民はどうなさると。
お前が何だ？
She would probably kill him first.
I don't know. It seems like she's suddenly developing like responsibility for some reason.
少し一人にさせて。
This was, I assume, the reason why they told Rudeus not to tell people he was a greyrat in the
聞こ
very
えなかっ
beginning.
たの。一人にさせて。
わかりました。
Also, if Philip had married these two off, I guess this wouldn't be an option anymore either.
I don't think that would stop anyone.
You can't concubine somebody who is married, I assume.
それは行方不明のリストだ。
Tell him you saw Paul. Tell her you saw Paul.
母様はまだ見つかってないんですね。ああ。シルフィー、まさか。
Oh,
知り合いか？
she's been
そ
found.
っちの死亡者リストは見たのか？ないですね。ならば生きてはいるんだろう。どこにいるかは知らんがな。よかった。
Well, at least we solved one plot point.
I mean, we already knew Sophie was alive.
Oh, greater confirmation of the
Because
story.
of the trailer for season 2, we
Yeah.
know that Sophie's alive.
どうぞ。
こんばんは、ルーデウス。
エリス、もういいんですか？
大丈夫よ。まあ、こんなことになるんじゃないかと思っていたわ。
これからどうするんですか？
どうって？
アルフォンスさんが話してたことです。
どうでもいいわ。
どうでもいいって。
ルーデウス。
That's a very serious situation we're in right now. But I'm getting a real
それで
What
ね、
if Rujard
私この間15歳に
slash
なったの。
Ghislaine Superman
全然
moments?
気づきませんでした
The two are
今から何か
amazing
用意した
fighters that
方がいい
defend
で
these
すかね
two kids, and they're
欲しい
never in
も
the
のと
same
かあ
scene
り
at
ま
the
すか
same time.
家族よ。
Literally walked out moments before, yeah.
ルーデウス、私の家族になりなさい。
We are
兄弟
literally
にな
already
れとい
related.
う意味ですか
関係なんて何でもいいわ。つまりその、一緒に寝ましょうってことよ。
We are literally already related. Let me repeat.
なんで突然
Also, maybe don't sexualize the girl who was just crying about becoming a
あれは
concubine.
僕が15歳になった
He
ら
seems very conscious of that, which is good.
いつでも
He
構わ
stared
な
at
い
her
わ。
chest the moment she walked
一
in the
体
room.
どういうことだ。そうだ、エリスは自暴自棄になっているのかもしれない。そりゃやりたいよ。でも
See?
まるで弱みにつけ込んでいるみたいじゃないか。
Ah, he's learning. He's growing.
もう
エリス
Oh no, the dream. He has the power of foresight. Wait, never mind. He does have the power of foresight. He's got the devil eye thing.
I was about to say.
エリスが可愛いもので
これって興奮してるってことよね。
うん
私が嫌ってわけ
Let's
じ
just
ゃない
keep the
のよ
camera well above eyesight, please.
さっきから目線がエッチね。
Keep it above the belt.
でもダメっていうの。
This is a Christian stream.
約束は約束じゃないですか15歳になるまでって
ねえルーデウス、お母様から習ったのだけど、恥ずかしいから一回しか言わないわ。
She told me promises are bullshit.
私ルーデウスの子猫が欲しいん
Wow.
や。
Activating everything inside Rudeus there.
Well, we know that Philip had a thing for cat girls. And we know Rudeus has a thing for cat girls. So this was a cheap tactic.
That easily manipulated Rudeus. There we go.
Yes, please cut to something artistic and do not show this, please.
Oh, cut to him getting punched in the face. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the relationship up till now. All I can think of now is, who runs S.H.I.E.L.D. in Marvel?
Fury.
An old Fury
Fury.
comic where they wanted to insinuate that Fury was sleeping with the woman earlier in
Uh-huh.
the comic, which is, they showed a picture of an oversized gun in an undersized holster. Insinuating everything, showing nothing.
Oh no, that's the best metaphor I could hear for that.
Yeah, you literally did almost die, so I can see where this is coming from, but even then,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna become a concubine. What the fuck happened to that cup?
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Or is Rudeus using powers in the midst of...
But that was remarkably more tasteful than what I was expecting. They still did it.
Yeah, considering everything Rudeus has done in the
いい
past.
朝だね諸君。どうしたんだいそんな暗い顔して。君も経験してみなよ。笑顔になれるさ。そしてこんにちは。今日から僕も君たちの仲間入りさ。いわゆるリア充ってやつだね。おっと、もうこんな時間か。失礼。彼女との予定があるのだね。ほら、エリス朝だよ。
she's not yours.
起きないといたずらしちゃうぞ。
Yep.
いない。なるほど、恥ずかしがってるんだな。まったくもう。
Her last
She did it
gift to
before
you.
she gave herself up.
Yeah, her last gift to you before she ran away.
She cut off all of her hair? Yeah, note.
I never learned how to read or
今の
write.
私とルーデウスでは釣り合いが取れません。旅に出ます。
Jesus.
All right, good. No way in hell Eris was ever gonna go through with the deal.
Yeah. It's very melancholy, though. Again, this is how you would end a story.
ギレーヌと共に旅立たれました。
We lose
He's
Ghislaine
lost
again.
everyone.
ルーデウス殿には口外するなと仰せつかっております。
そうですか。
All alone again.
Everyone's going on their own journeys of self-discovery, and he's not invited.
あれなんで
He got everything he wanted and
hasn't-
then lost everything
He
he
hasn't
gained.
been alone
なんで
since the other world.
いや
This is his first time ever being alone.
He can't even process what this actually means. Oh, it's terrible. He doesn't get it because he's never been there before.
Again, except for the real world.
I'm pretty sure he never made it in the real world at all. That's
No, I'm
the
talking-
point.
I don't. Sorry, Griff, I've lost you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay. Just silent walking. Let's let it all sink in.
As I said, he's never been alone before, except for the real world.
Wake up and take a step. Just immediate.
Because he's gotten everything that he's ever wanted, and now he's lost it all.
Yeah, that's. It is the worst possible circumstance for it, but this is. It was such just like nice, slow pace, let it all sink in drama today, and it's like. It's the polar opposite of like everything action last time, right?
Well, I mean, not really. The action was like 5 minutes, and then we got a lot of conversation with Human God and the after effect of surviving near death. It
Yeah, that was, like, a
seemed
lot of
like
plot
last
dump, I
episode
guess.
was full of fighting, but it wasn't.
Oh gosh, but no, he has no idea how to process this. And everything Eris did is like a calculated maneuver here, and she's out because she knows what's in store if she chooses anything.
So I'm just going back over to the concept board real quick, and whoop, that's how you do straight line. Cool, I've learned that in midstream. I'll use
What
that in
told
the
you?
future instead of trying to self-correct every fucking straight line I've ever done.
Oh, congratulations, new features.
Well,
But that is great.
I don't tend to push these buttons while doing this. Yeah, we've got. Oh, goddammit, they auto straighten too. Okay, here we go. I can fix that after the fact. Yeah, new dead people.
Yeah, new did.
Philip and Hilda. Philip, I guess if you had married your daughter off, we wouldn't be in this position now, but it did seem very weird back then. Rudyard's not dead, so we're good. He's just not dead, just missing.
That, it comes to mind that Rudeus is the last acting member of the Greyrat family locally now, right?
We don't know that.
This is now all his responsibility.
We don't know that. We don't know where Zenith is. And remember, she used to be a cleric, so she is still able to be an acting adventurer wherever the hell she is.
Oh, I just mean in the moment, in the place that they're at, he's technically the guy with the most noble blood right now.
Once again,
This is his problem.
Once again, we don't know where Zenith is. You can say where we're at. She could literally be behind a wall. We won't know where she's at. In the quantum state of being everywhere and nowhere at the same time, Zenith is also an adult.
I'm actually surprised we didn't just wrap up the entirety of like the everyone got teleported incident today too. We're probably not doing that tomorrow either,
The what?
The teleportation incident.
What about
It's just never going to really be ended. It's just going to be like the disaster everyone lives with now, I think.
Well, yeah.
Nobody...
What equivalent in the real world would you equate it to?
I would be
The
thinking
rapture?
narratively somewhere in the back of my mind, it's something to the tune of, oh yeah, now that we're back home, now that he's doing all of these things, he finally solves the entire problem, and now we can put the problem behind us or something, right?
How do you solve the entire problem?
You find everybody, I guess.
Yeah, and then you bring them home, and then it's just the snap from Marvel, right?
Hmm.
People are come back now, and what? We still have to live with the consequences.
Yeah.
There's a show about the rapture happens and how everybody that's left behind has to just deal with it. And I'm not talking about the
Yep.
movies with what's his name, the guy from Computer Wars Tennis Shoes or
Yeah, I
Growing
read those
Pains.
books.
Yeah, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking. Was it the 4100 or? It turns out like only
Gotcha.
2% of the world gets raptured when the rapture happens. So it's not a huge thing, but it's still a significant amount of people. And
Uh,
just the rest of the world dealing with the fact that one didn't get raptured, two, these people are missing, and they just went missing in an instant.
Everyone in the world gets told simultaneously, you weren't good enough. What happens next?
Yeah, there's just a lot of shit, and this is like on that kind of level, just worse,
Mhm.
right? So there was no like one episode resolution for this that was gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was in the cards somewhere, but that's not the show, I think. It really,
I
really
don't
is
think it
not.
was in the cards, Grip. I don't know. Literally, you would need like a time turner spell, to rewind time to make it
He's
all
learning new
right.
magic. He understands now.
Because I don't even know when you came up with this, make everything ready, because we already know that Philip got
It-
fucking not Philip, Soros got
Mhm.
fucking executed for this. So even if everyone came back, people would have paid a criminal response
Yeah.
to the situation. As I said during the episode, fair enough. He saw the fucking stuff in the sky for like a day before it happened. Didn't
Mhm.
order an evacuation or anything. So kind of was on his head if you think about it. Because what did
Yeah.
he choose to do? Looking at it, fuck a cat girl. I'm not being hyperbolic.
No,
Literally,
no,
he
you're
saw it,
absolutely correct.
looked
That's
out the
literally the
window.
scene.
Yeah, looked out the window, had a cat girl in the tower he was fucking.
And then ordered another.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
Anyway.
I'm just
So,
saying that literally he was not doing his job and he kind of paid the price for that. So maybe deserved. These two, obviously, they got sent off to a war zone, so they didn't have any ability because it seemed like they were all politics and no.
no
Philip
actual
never
physical
showed.
ability.
Yeah, Philip needed a bodyguard. So,
Mhm. And Ghislaine wasn't there. That's
well,
gonna
I
weigh
don't know
heavily.
about that though. They found out that they died in the war zone from Ghislaine.
Hmm.
So maybe she was there and just wasn't able to do anything. Or
Maybe we'll get like more details on that story if it's relevant.
she's a bad guy now, maybe. She's a bad guy now. We haven't realized it, but now that she's run off with Eris, we're going to find out that she killed these two. Her connection to Paul from the past was just a fucking past thing, and she's
Mhm.
gotten other motivations since then, or something happened to her when she got teleported, and she has things that she's had to uphold. I don't know. I'm just
I don't think she's
spitballing.
gonna like pop back up and be like, "Aha! I was evil the whole time, and I turned errors to evil" or something. That seems a little silly.
Well, I don't think she would turn Eris to evil. I think she would sell her to somebody or some shit.
I don't see Ghislaine being the beast character selling someone else into slavery.
Why not? They did it to her, now she's gonna do it to them. What's the best kind of revenge? But, flipping tables.
It it seems positively terrible,
It
but
doesn't
at
seem
least
unbelievable, is my point.
we have kind of like put a bow onto every other character here. We don't have anyone left for Rudeus right now, and I guess the question comes like, who are we going to get next?
Oh, I can't wait for Gallus Cleaner to come back and turn out to be the only person Rudeus can rely on.
Oh, we're gonna get Geese back. He's gonna be hanging out and be like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. You want
I
another
don't know
Mr.
about that.
Lunch?
We left Geese on a different continent. So,
True, true, true.
he seems the most unlikely person to show up. I mean, I guess it's Lilia and Aisha could show back up because they're supposed to be
Mhm.
heading somewhere nearby, right?
True, true, true. Let's see.
We do know that there's supposed to be a friggin' high school or something, or academy.
Oh yeah, they were
season
supposed to go
2.
to magic school at some point.
Yeah. Like, fuck, what do I do with my life now? Next 2 episodes, enrollment in the Magic Academy. I don't know. I do not know how we go from this in a couple of episodes to going to a Magic Academy. It seems very... Right? Right?
Yeah, it'll be
like
compared to like the main plot of the gods are all about to fight and you are their pawn,
it's like
and then we go to school.
It's like the end of the first season of The Witch from Mercury, right? And then we watched the trailer, and what was my reaction to the trailer, right? They just go back to school. it's, it's like they go
Look,
to this horrifying fight where people are dying, and they're worried about they're gonna get killed on a spaceship, and it turns out one of them is a traitor for the other organization and whatnot. And then we see the trailer for the next season, and they're back at fucking school again.
I feel like this has the same impact as if you told me like, oh right, Mushoku Tensei, they're about to have a tournament arc.
I mean, I could see that, though. A tournament arc would make more sense than school, right? Tournament arc would be like, okay, and then the gods are pulling all their champions out to fight one another. Now, maybe not a tournament arc so much as,
They have a
say,
bracket.
the Grail Cup thing from Fate, right?
Yeah.
That where all the gods are bringing out their champions to fight one another so that they can redetermine the rankings or whatever. You know, Dragon God's got a beef with Technique God.
Actually, you know what? That's kind of like a funny thought there. They're talked about as being the actual gods themselves right there, right?
What do you mean by the? You're putting an
They-
emphasis on a word, and I don't know what the emphasis means.
Sorry. Like, Ornstein there is the dragon god. He's not a representative of the dragon god. He is the dragon god.
I don't think so. I think he was talking in third person when he was talking about the Dragon God.
Our crazy reincarnated girl is the demon god.
She
She
said
is
Demon
not
Lord, I think. She didn't say that she was the Demon God. She said she
Or
was the
king,
Demon
maybe?
Lord, I think.
Mm-hmm. So maybe I don't have the full picture is what I'm thinking. I think I need to see more.
I'm thinking things are vague enough that I can see what your thought process is, and I think it's not right.
Fair.
And it's the whole definition of words thing. I don't think it's right. But, well, Rudeus is not the human god. I know I said that before, that maybe that's the thing.
That was the crazy theory.
I mean, well, it's obviously we know they're different people, unless unless we're gonna get a scene later on where it's just in his mind, right? And that he is human god, and it's just like multiple personality problem where he's talking to himself. And that's why human god only responds to him in weird vagaries, because, oh god, now thinking back, did human god start predicting the future before or after Rudy's got the eye?
Before, because he predicted where the demon king was going to be.
Did he?
And gave specific instructions like, go do this and you will find stuff.
My problem now is that we've gotten my memory of this is failing me, because specifically when I'm thinking of go here, be in this alley, it's literally also the instructions for meeting Aisha. So, was those the instructions to meet Aisha, or did we get those? I don't know.
Yeah.
For a second there, I was thinking, wait a second. If Human God only started predicting the future after the eye thing, that would be evidence for Human God just being Rudeus and using the powers. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because then who also sent Rudeus to this world?
It's gotta be Human God, right?
I mean, who has the power to pull people from one world to another? Because also,
Allegedly,
these aren't
the human god.
Because these aren't like the god; they are representative gods. It feels like who created this world? If this is a theocracy-driven argument, and it's like, well, it can't be any of the individual gods. They seem to be like empowered versions of their thing. Like, I don't know what Technique God is the god of. Technique, obviously, but of what? All Technique?
That's actually also a really good question. So I think we'll have to come back to those. I don't think we're getting those next time, But we're going to go ahead and have some fun, see what happens. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for today. This has been Stone-Faced Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?